What's up, folks? It's your boy Locke, and we're back at it again. And today's topic is something I really want to talk about, so strap up. Social media, it is absolutely destroying your body image. And I don't know if any of y'all already know this, but obviously when I say it in this sense, it's pretty obvious. I think a lot of people know this already, but we don't ever consciously think about it. We don't think, oh, when I actually consume social media, especially short form content, it's not good for you. It's terrible for you. I actually did a detox and cut out all short form content. And obviously there are times when I scroll on YouTube, I end up watching a bit of short form content. And anytime I do that, I really try and consciously tell myself, oh, I'm consuming this content again. Let me get off it. And yeah, sometimes I end up in a loophole where you're, sorry, not a loophole, a dark hole, black hole, that's the one, black hole. And you just get sucked into it without even realizing 30 minutes have gone by. It's terrible for you. And that's the whole point. The whole algorithm is designed to keep you on it. So you keep watching, you end up being on YouTube, you stay on the ads. And you see that? Like, that's degeneracy right there. This is our society now, where kids see someone vlogging and doing this and automatically think, oh, maybe he's live streaming. Let's do some stupid stuff. Yeah, we're screwed, but you don't have to be a part of that. And I've completely got off Instagram. I still use it for business. I run a run club. Pun intended, I have a run club and started one. And sometimes I will post posts on my own personal one, talking about my personal training, my journey, as well as trying to educate others. But other than that, I don't use Instagram. And I feel a whole lot better about it. Your body image, short form content, and people posting, especially fitness influencers, a lot of it is bullshit. That's just a fact. I used to be really engulfed in social media back in 2016, 17. I wanted to make sure that everything I posted, looked good. I look good to other people, even if I'm feeling like crap in real life. As long as I show that, I'm working out, I'm training, I'm doing this, I look good topless or whatnot. Yeah, that's all great. The more likes, the better. I can tell you right now, it was terrible for my body image. I was constantly comparing myself to other people's physiques. And sure, I looked good in certain angles, but then whenever I saw myself in the mirror and it's in an angle that I didn't like, or there wasn't good lighting, or I didn't have a pump, I felt small. And that's a horrible feeling. And this is what our society has become now. A lot of teenagers, they look up to influencers, they look up to these fitness folks, or whatever content you consume, and think, I need to be like this person, I need to be as lean, I need to be as good at gaming, I need to be making as much money as this person. I'm sorry, but there's a reason why there's only 0.something% of people that actually ever make it there. You look at top level bodybuilders and people with amazing physiques, only some can get there. And a lot of people end up dying trying, physically and mentally. Depression, that's through the roof now. Anxiety, stress, everything. And the thing with fitness is there's a pretty obvious solution for a lot of people, and especially guys, which is to get on steroids. And once you gear up, sure, you're gonna make a lot of gains at the beginning. There's plenty of studies to show that steroids work. It increases the amount of testosterone you put in your body, artificial. And yeah, your body actually stops producing testosterone, your balls shut down, and that's why they shrink. And then all sorts of side effects start to happen. But to younger folks, what's most important is, well, at least I look good from the outside. And yeah, that's causing you a lot of physical and mental stress. And yeah, sure, physically, everyone knows, getting on steroids is terrible for you. You're gonna bald, you're gonna get bitch tits, that's what they call, so many other problems. But a lot of people don't seem to talk enough about the mental issues. And what happens when you take steroids or you start to get too obsessed with looking a certain way. You follow these influencers. And for women, maybe it might not be steroids, but I imagine it's the fake boobs, the fake butt implants, the plastic surgery on the face. And yeah, it's unfortunate, for both men and women that society puts all these standards, particularly on women, but on men too, because I'm specifically a guy, so I can't talk about what women experience. I'm sure it's terrible. But from my own experience as a guy, we just think we're not big enough, we're not jacked enough, we don't make enough money. And when you're constantly succumb to all this pressure, it ends up being, what's the word I'm looking for? Exuded? It gets exuded or displayed, that's an easy and simple word, displayed in very toxic ways and manners. And reflecting on it, I definitely had body image issues through social media. Seeing all these jacked guys like Jeff Side, Frank Yang, Furious Pete, all these bodybuilders, for now it's, look at C-Bum, you look at all these guys and they look amazing, they look incredible. Yeah, it's hard to wonder why we end up getting depressed with our own body. And I'm here to tell y'all right now that social media is the biggest problem. It's not your body itself. Actually, if you look at people on the street, most people are not in shape. So if you're already someone who has faint abs with a little bit of muscle, you already look better than 99% of the population. But the algorithm obviously only shows you those who are all fit. So in your head, your perception is that everyone looks like this. And that's just not the case, not the truth. If you actually went out to a bar and you have faint abs and a bit of muscle, a little bit of arms, protruding chest and a back, nothing like what social media influencers have, but you look fit and athletic, you already look better than probably 99% of people in that room, men. And yeah, that's what you need to think about. But it's also not being arrogant about it either. It's just knowing that, yeah, I'm healthy, I look good, I'm fit, I can do these things without ever being consumed by the fact that you need more. And this touches upon the hedonic treadmill, right? It's the same for anything else. Obviously, I can really only talk about it from a fitness perspective because I've done it for so many years to the point where now don't really care. Sure, sometimes I compare, and that's part of sport too, is you gotta compare your times to other people. Like right now, I'm currently on a crusade to do as well as I can in running, and you obviously have to compare yourself to other runners to get a benchmark of where you are. But as they say, comparison is the thief of joy. And if you're just trying to look good and have a good physique, stop comparing yourself to people on the internet. They post the best lighting, the best photos, best photos with the best lighting, best angles, best pump. Maybe they're on steroids. A lot of them are. That's a fact. Photoshop, And on top of that, this is their professional job. If you have 1 million subscribers, 1 million followers, you have to post photos that look good. The moment you don't and stop, people don't follow you anymore. And honestly, it's really sad for these people because I'm almost certain a lot of these fitness influencers also have body image disorders because they're comparing themselves to other influencers. And I can't ever imagine being that way or having to make money that way. It's stressful, it's tiring physically and mentally. You gotta keep up with it, and your body can only keep up with it for so long. So stop using social media, stop consuming social media so much. Try and get off it. I stopped following all the fitness influencers now, and the only social media content I consume now is long form content, and you still gotta pick the right ones. But most of it is educational, and stick to those. You're gonna feel healthier. I feel much better now. I don't compare myself to other people when it comes to bodies. Yeah, sure, sometimes I go, wow, this guy looks really good. But I don't think I want that too, because the moment you go down that route, it becomes a slippery slope. And yeah, that's all I've got to say for today. I hope this inspires y'all to cut down some of your social media time, because I promise you that's going to help you mentally and physically. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.